Yeah, we are here to let the whole world know the problem of our campus and to appeal to Ogun State government to bail us out from the present predicament we find ourselves. As I speak to you, Ogun State government, under the leadership of Governor Ibikunle Amosun, is owing the staff of TASUED and College of Education Omu-Ijebu 28 months and a half salaries unpaid and 48 months salary arrears yet unpaid, accumulating to 4.3 billion. And we have tried everything humanly possible to appeal to the government, to appeal to the governor, so as to pay these salaries, and every effort has been rebuked by the government, every effort has been thwarted by the government, and up till now, we are yet to be paid. We have embarked on a series of appeals to the governor. We went to his office, we sent who is in Ogun State to him. For example, we went to the former president, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, on 2 occasions, appealing to him to help us beg the governor to pay us. Up till now, nothing has been done. We went to the Nobel laureate, Professor Wole Soyinka, the same thing. We went to His Excellency Chief Bola Ajibola, among other prominent Ogun indigenes, to help us appeal to the governor and pay us. Up till now, we have not been paid. We have written series of letters to the Commissioner of Education, to the SSG, to the governor. Up till now, we are yet to be paid. And that's why we are here to ask the entire world to help us appeal to the governor. He has less than 6 months to leave office, and we don't want him to go without paying us this backlog of salaries. So that's why we are here to appeal to everybody to help us beg him to pay us all our outstanding salaries and arrears. We have reached agreement with several bodies who will help us appeal to him. They have appealed, but the effect on his deaf ear. It will interest you that the governor has collected 5 tranches of both Paris refund and a bailout fund. And we went to him on 6 occasions, use part of this money to pay us. The governor will promise that yes, he will spend 60% of that money to pay staff salary. And up till now, he has not used any of the tranches to pay TASCE staff. And by November 28th this year, the entire TASCE staff met and agreed to write to the President and Commander-in-Chief of Armed Forces of Nigeria so as it will prevail on him to pay us that our salaries and arrears. Firstly, in 2014, before his advent, the former Ogun State governor, Otumagbe was owing us 7 months' salaries. And when he came, we approached him, we welcomed him, we went to his office and told him our predicament. Then he accused us of sleeping on our rights. That how we will have allowed a government to owe us up to 7 months. We pleaded that we don't want to rock the boat, we don't want to be seen as the anti-government, this and that, and he promised he will look into our case. The next thing he did was to pay us half salaries for the first 3 months when he assumed office. That was May, June, and July 2011 when he came. After that, he paid us full salary for some time, and towards the end of his first term, he was owing us around 11 months then. To the extent that we could not feed our families again, we couldn't do anything. He stopped paying us for 15 consecutive months. Why? He said we protested because he was owing us. After that, we do some underground, we went to him, this and that, and he said, well, he addressed the press to tell the whole world that he is not paying TASCE staff because the staff there are more than the students. He accused us of having over 3,000 staff and 1,500 students. That is 2 staff to 1 student. And we came out to the world to let them know that it is far from the truth. When we were being disarticulated in 2008 from TASUED University of Education, Ijagun, 474 staff were disarticulated to Omu. How has that turned to 3,000 staff? And as I'm speaking to you today, we have only 349 staff in TASUED College of Education, Omu-Ijebu. So that was the first accusation the governor gave. Later, he said, because we protested, that a particular party sponsored us to protest against him, and therefore he will not pay us again. And after all that softy move, he came out with a draconian pronouncement that the staff unions on campus has been suspended from taking any activities on campus just because he know that is our fulcrum. That's why you know that is the only voice that we had. So he illegally suspended the staff unions on campus, and based on that we could not have any voice to speak on behalf of the staff. We challenged the suspension at the industrial court in Ibadan, and we were vindicated. Later they suspended the chairman and secretary of our staff union, that's the College of Education Academic Staff Union, ASUU, Dr. Dan Oludipe and Dr. Modupe Obadenoga. Suspended both of them for leading struggle against non payment of our salary. We went to court again. The general court also vindicated that they have no power to suspend them from the school. Since then up till now, they are yet to recognize and to respect that court order. Among other things, when we begin to pester him, he asked us to come to Abeokuta for staff audits. They want to verify the actual number of staff we have there. We all went there. At the end of the day, we were just 412 staff as at then. But as I'm speaking to you, like I said that time, we have only 349 staff. Just last year, November, he sent another team to our campus from the Accountant General office to come and do staff audit again. In fact, then we thought our money is to be paid. Because that last year too, he went to Lesser Hajj Umrah with our provost, Dr. Lukman Adeolaki Adeshe. And he promised the provost that once they return to Nigeria, inshallah, he will pay 13 months of part of the salaries owing us. Just to return to Nigeria, and he goofed. He never paid us anything up till now. So when they came last year, November, they were asking pertinent questions in the form they asked us to fill. Our status, our bank account, what we collect in a month, what we collect in a year, our BFN, and all those things. And we thought that money would be paid directly from the Accountant General office. But up till now, nothing has been done. So those are the steps we have taken so far. In fact, in terms of meeting people, we have met who is who in Nigeria. The Ogun State Council of Obas, the Ogun State League of Afas and Imam, the Khan, the Olorisha, who is who. We have met them. And on several occasions, he will be promising them he will look into our case. And up till now, he has not looked at our case. We are taking this step for the world to know our predicament because he has collected the last tranche of Paris refund. We believe he cannot be so magnanimous to even pay us from IGR or from the what we collect from federation account. But this Paris refund that come pro bono on a platter of gold, he should use part of it to settle us. We are dying. It will be interesting to know that in the last 4 or 5 years, 47 staff have died on our campus. All of us that are there, we are all more or less moving corpses. Nobody knows when anybody will drop because we cannot eat what we want. We cannot feed our family. Our home is in disarray. Everything is in shambles. We have broken homes. Many of us that are pursuing a higher degree, we have to stop because of no money. Landlord are harassing us. We have to change our children from from private school to public school, among other predicaments that we find ourselves. So please, we are begging the whole world, help us appeal to Governor Ibikunle Amosun to have mercy on the entire staff of TASUED and College of Education. In the last 10 years, we have been facing this trouble. He has spent 7.5 years in office. He's rounding off now, and he should please be magnanimous enough to be whom he claimed to be. Because on several occasions, he will go on here and say Ogun State is one of the few states that is not owing. And he is owing us. He is owing TASUED and College of Education staff 28 months and a half salaries unpaid and 48 months salaries arrears. There are other issues that is facing us there. Up till now, we don't have governing council. In the last 10 years, TASUED and College of Education does not have governing council, and that is the body that the law allow to relate with us easily, that can hear us out and do things we want. So we want to appeal to him too that he should please constitute and inaugurate governing council for TASUED and College of Education, Omu-Ijebu. Every stratus of staff, lecturers, non-teaching, senior staff, cleaners, every staff. The total number is what I told you, 349 as of today. All of us are affected. Even with our pensions, we contribute pension scheme. And in the last 7 years now that Amosun has been there, We are having no pension from the government. They deduct our own, the one that ought to come from government. We don't have it. So we want him to also look into government posts and pay all outstanding pension that they are owing us. Yes, academic activities is going on campus. We have been doing everything humanly possible not to rock the boat, because our institution is a special one. It's a teacher training institution. Our students have time lag when they go for teaching practice, when they go for industrial training, among others. So we are struggling on our own not to rock the boat, but it seems the elasticity is about to end now. We cannot just continue like this. But before we down tool, before we go out to protest, so that they will not accuse us again of being sponsored by party A or party B, that is why we are here to to appeal to him, so that the whole world will know what we are facing, and they will help us appeal to him to please pay us our salaries and emoluments. No, we belong to ASUU. That is the Colleges of Education Academic Staff Union. We also went on strike for 5 weeks. We could not fully join the strike because of our predicament. Like I told you, the government has announced the suspension of the union activities on campus. Though we still meet outside, we take action. And since July, when the industrial court in Ibadan has ruled that they have no power suspending the union, have no power suspending the chairman and the secretary, we are fully on campus having our activities. The union is fully back, other activities is fully back. We are teaching our students, other administrative works is going on, all because we don't want to rock the boat. But we are tired now. It will interest you to know that many of us who were having 2 cars before we even get to Omu are having none again. We need to stand beside the road to beg for people to take us down to work. Many that are on their housing projects, they have to stop. We have sold our properties, sold all the things just to keep body and soul together. And we think we deserve to have our money because we have labored for it, we have worked for it, and it is enough. The problem we are facing is enough, and we have to take the bull by the horn. Yes, the ASUU national body has visited the governor on 3 occasions, and he refused to attend to them. They came to the campus to meet our provost. The provost promised them heaven on earth. Up till now, no action has been taken either by the provost or the governor. And in our last meeting, that is the quotas, the coalition of TASCE staff meeting we held meeting on the 26th and 27th of November. There and then, we have marshaled our point, our request, and we have sent it to the governor. And we are expecting by the 20th of December, all those requests must have been met. If they are not met, we are meeting on that 20th again to take a lasting decision, and that will be an industrial action. We have sent it as part of our request that, number 1, the government should resume 100% payment of our salary as from December this year. The government should pay the 28 and a half salaries being owed. The government should pay the 48-month salary arrears. Ogun State government under Senator Ibikunle Amosun should constitute and institute governing council for tertiary and college of education. Our unions that have been purportedly suspended, and members of our union, our chairman and secretary, Dr. Dan Oludupe and Dr. Modupe Obadenuga, who were suspended for 6 months and whose cause have been vindicated, the government should respect and implement the court decision. Also, our pensions should be remitted as our when due. It's a contributory pension scheme. Once we contribute our own part, the government must immediately, as a matter of duty, contribute its own to our pension scheme. There are other issues like deduction for housing scheme, deduction on paper for cooperatives. All those money should be paid to our purse. They have been deducted on paper, and we don't have it in our bank accounts. We are demanding that those things should be done. And if all those things are not done by 20th of December, the entire staff of TASCE will converge again and take lasting and final, we embark on rigorous industrial action. Yeah, the post is not affected. The post is the appointee of the governor. He has a term there. He's not part of us. He's not a staff of TASCE. He has an appointment for 4 years to spend there. And whatever the governor tells him is what he will do. He is appointee of the governor, and the governor will have given him a marching order to come and do something there. So whether the provost is ready or not, that's not our business. What we want is our money should be paid by the governor. He is the visitor to the campus. The college belongs to Ogun State. The college is rendering social services. The college is training teachers that will train his own children too, and therefore he should pay us. One thing is, Ogun State government has tactically turned all her TASCE institutions into private institutions. Because the problem we are facing now is not peculiar to TASCE alone. It affects other TASCE institutions. But what bailed them out is they are having enough IGR to augment their salary. For example, the universities are running series of programs, certificates, degree, masters, postgraduate, PhD, and from all those programs, they have enough money. Ditto to the polytechnic. But the College of Education, we have peculiar problem because the NC program is not otherwise fashionable again. As I speak to you, we do have more than 3,000 students on campus. 3,000 students, if a university student is paying 100,000 plus as tuition fee, we collect, most students that pay, they pay 29,000 plus. So how do you expect 29,000 plus from 3,000 students to augment the salary? We are often having little IGR to augment salary if the government is bringing enough. And we have told the government, why are you establishing more TASCE institutions if you cannot take care of the one you are having in a system? The governor was to scrap TASUED when he came. He said the Ogun State government cannot run to universities. After enough appeal and this and that, he left TASUED just for him to go and establish another university, Omu-Ijebu University of Science and Technology. Once you know you cannot fund the one, why are you establishing another one? And we have told the governor that we were staff of Solarin University of Education before 2008 when they disarticulated us to Omu. If you cannot run a college of education, why can't you let status quo ante remain? Merge with the TASUED that we were before. Why will anybody tell you a University of Education cannot run certificate program in education? They cannot run diploma in education. They cannot run postgraduate diploma in education. That is not sensible. If you think what we will use to run TASCE is not there for you, let's go back to status quo ante. I was employed as a graduate assistant into TASUED University of Education. Many of the staff there were staff of TASUED University of Education before we were disarticulated to Omu. So if the government cannot run TASCE effectively, let us be returned to our primary place of assignment and let him cut costs so that the thing will be more easier. As I speak to you today, Ogun State is having more than 11 tertiary institutions, 3 universities, like 6 or 7 polytechnics, health technology, Institute of Petroleum, the college, among others. So why the proliferation of a tertiary institution if you know you cannot run it? Enough of this. Let the governor have human feeling. Let him please pay us. Let him please pay us. We are dying. We are dying. We are appealing to him. We are appealing to all Nigerians. Please, for those that can speak to the governor, please help us speak to him. We are dying. He should pay us our salaries.